Welcome back to the other Prince William podcast. This is where we highlight change makers who are making a difference right here in our community, Prince William County. This season, we're exploring the stories of leaders, innovators, visionaries who are tackling the challenges head-on and creating impact in Prince William County and beyond. I'd like to give a big thank you before we begin to our sponsors, OmniRide and Employment Enterprise, for their continued support of this podcast and their dedication to the Prince William County business community.
Today, we are honored to welcome a truly inspiring guest, Mr. Donnell Johns, founder and CEO of Veterans Growing America. Donnell is a proud U.S. Army veteran who turned his passion for service into a thriving mission-driven business. Through Veterans Growing America, he has created a platform that supports veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs by providing opportunities to showcase their products, connect with customers, and grow their businesses. Welcome to the pod.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
So, Mr. Johns does his first customer in both of his last two businesses came from the Chamber of Commerce. He is a rock star. So we are truly, truly supportive and thankful for what you do every day. Honestly, I love what you do every day. It's on top of mind every time I think about how a veteran can give back to their community after their service of giving to the community. It's beautiful. It's great work. But what we like to do here on the very first question is have a fun little icebreaker. And so we like to ask each of our guests, what is your favorite local spot in Prince William County? It could be to go to a coffee shop, a restaurant, or just a quiet place to relax. I'll give you an example. My favorite place, where everybody knows my name, and they're always glad I came. I love Sinistro. I really do. In the city of Manassas, I love Black Market Mercantile and Sinistro. So a retail establishment and yes, a bar. But I love it because I feel at home there, and I feel it's my happy place. How about you?
So my happy place is Girani Coffee House. Ken Mormon and his establishment is welcoming, is validating. The people there are amazing. And I just love Ken. He's an amazing guy.
And they're opening in Manassas Park.
Yes.
So, yes, brand new location. That's awesome.
Hashtag Girani Coffee.
Indeed.
I will tell you that you've been a member of the Chamber
Since I was in the Army.
since you were in the Army.
Yes.
Ken was a member back then. Ken just rejoined yesterday.
Outstanding.
So we love Ken.
Yes.
So very, very happy he's just back. And actually, to tell you the truth, that is my go-to spot in the city of Manassas when I have a business meeting. I love going to Girani's. So, and now I'll have to go to Manassas Park when they open there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, can you share a bit about your journey from military service to becoming a champion for veteran entrepreneurs? We want to know what sparked your interest in creating a business that supports other vets.
So it goes back to my time while I was in uniform. I'm a retired command sergeant major. I did 26 years of service, and I ran recruiting. And recruiting was a community, and I loved building that community. And I realized leadership sets the tone for a successful organization. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create an organization like this by creating my first company, which was a Vision Worldwide leadership consulting firm.
It was called the Vision Worldwide?
A Vision Worldwide.
I love that.
And the reason why I named it a vision is because leadership starts with a vision. If nobody can see your vision, they can't help you get there. And so I wanted to make sure that leaders understood that they needed to share their vision with their team, and then we showed them exactly how to do that.
Hi, I'm Lovey Hamill. I'm CEO of Employment Enterprises. And we're so proud to sponsor the other Prince William County podcast. in order for us to celebrate our 45th anniversary. You can find us at www.eeihr.com. Call us when you want to take the stress out of hiring.
My only issue was I really didn't know where to start. Luckily, one of the employees that I had, her boss actually was the chair of the chamber at the time. And she introduced me to the chamber, and that's where I got my first customer. And so when I sat down with Debbie Jones at the time, and I told her exactly what I did, she said, you know what, come back tomorrow. I'm gonna introduce you to Manassas City Public Schools. And I ended up training all of their principals.
Wow. That's awesome.
It was very awesome. My only issue was it took me a while after that to get my next customer, right? Because they only trained that one time, and then the next time that they were going to do some training was that following year. And so I was like, okay, every customer wasn't going to be that easy. It put me in a state of depression for a little while because I was trying to do everything myself. I really didn't understand the ins and outs of business and how you get customers because I got my first customer so easy. So I built relationships. Here's the one thing that happened to me. I started running, and I ran every day for 7 months because that was the only thing that kept me fired up was running. And I ran so long that I lost weight. And one day when I pulled up my pants, they fell to the ground.
Oh, wow.
And this is G-rated.
And the one thing that I was missing was the family and the culture that I had while I served. And I was missing the military. I really didn't talk too much about me being in the military too much. I wanted people to know me as Donnell, other than Command Sergeant Major Johns. I didn't know who I was because I joined at 18 and then I got out at 40 something. So my entire life revolved around the military. And so trying to fit into this new culture was something else. I went to this event in DC called the Military Influencer Conference. And I saw all of these businesses set up with tables, and it was pretty cool. It wasn't veterans selling products or services, it was just tables there. And I was like, why isn't anybody here selling products or services? So I created that environment. And I actually came here to the chamber to talk about the idea and pitch the idea to the chamber. And everybody loved it. And I needed a space to do it. But I was looking for a space to do it on the weekend. And unfortunately, the chamber didn't do any events on the weekend. So I went around, anyone that had a space I would talk to. I actually went and talked to Ken from Durante Coffee House. I sat down with him, I told him about the concept. Ken is a US Army veteran, and he served as well. He got this smile that went from ear to ear. He was like, I love it, you could do it here. And at the time, I was like, I looked at this coffee spot, I was like, this is way too small. What I was thinking was a lot grander than that space, but that was the only space that said yes. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna empty the space out and we can set up at least 20 tables in here. I was like, okay, let's make it happen. That event turned out to be phenomenal. We had over 900 people show up to the event.
Wow.
That day. It was, so let me say this, the 900 people wasn't all because of the event. It just so happened to be around Christmas time. There was a train right outside of the coffee house that was going downtown so people can do, I think there was like some type of Christmas shopping or something going on, but they trickled into the coffee shop. We had congressmen, we had delegates, we had members of the chamber come out and support. It was phenomenal. And I was like, we got to keep this thing going. And so that's how, at the time it was Veterans Grow Virginia. That's how Veterans Grow Virginia was born. And then we later turned it into Veterans Growing America.
That is a beautiful story. Wow. So one thing I just want to clarify with you. So I was 357 pounds 2 years ago. I've lost a lot of weight. I have not run one step because I think running is a punishment. I can't get it out of my head. I can't. I swim though. I swim. No impact swimming because I cannot figure out how people run. I still can't. It's like a mental blockage for me.
OmniRide is your transportation provider for right here from Prince William County and beyond. We have lots of local routes in eastern Prince William, Manassas area, all of which are zero fare. We also have routes that can take you to the metro station zero fare for access into DC and points beyond. Just as important, we have our services on the I-66 and I-95 corridors if you need to reach the Pentagon, Crystal City, and of course our nation's capital. OmniRide is a proud sponsor of the other Prince William podcast.
It's hard for me to run, but once I start running, I love it.
Yeah. I know runners love running.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You are high.
And I talked to your son a little bit earlier, who is a phenomenal runner, like a track star kind of runner. And he still looks like a runner, actually. So when I look at Veterans Growing America, I see more than just a business. It's a movement rooted in empowerment and opportunity. How do you ensure your programs and platforms reach veterans and military families who need them most?
I think because the culture that we built in Veterans Growing America, that those that need us find us, because the military is a small place but a big place, and everyone talks. And so we're connected in so many ways. And so those that need our services, they're like, hey, if it's anything that have to do with veterans, people call me and be like, hey, my cousin needs this, or my uncle needs this, or, you know, a person walks down the street and they see veterans on the window. Sometimes they think it's a recruiting office and they find out that it's a shop, but we also are connected to the state. And through the state, we connect them with the benefits that the state has to offer. And they don't even know that there's resources at the state level for them.
That's incredible that you provide those navigation services in addition to business development. That's great. That's really cool. So what do you think is the biggest misconception people have about veteran-owned businesses or veterans transitioning into entrepreneurship?
I'm glad you asked that question. So here's one of the challenges that a lot of us deal with, and it's the stigma of PTSD, suicide, and homelessness. And so when people talk about our community, that's the main thing that they talk about. I built Veterans Growing America to tell the other side of that story, right? PTSD, suicide, and homelessness is human conditions. They're not veteran conditions. Anyone could have PTSD. Anyone can be suicidal, and anyone can be homeless. And we go through a lot, but we're very resilient. I like to say that we're leaders. I like to say that we're heroes. I like to say that we've learned entrepreneurship through the military. We just need it translated. And most importantly, we're human beings. And so when people see us, they don't know what we look like. There is no veteran uniform unless we have a hat on that says we're a veteran, or we wear, stuff that shows that we were a veteran, but there's no uniform. And once they realize that we look just like average, everyday people, they're blown away. But I like to tell people about the positive stories, about the organizations out there that were created by veterans. Like Nike was founded by a veteran. Chick-fil-A, founded by a veteran. GoDaddy, founded by a veteran. FedEx. These are organizations that were founded by people that served. And if more people heard about the excellence that we had to offer, more doors will open for us. And so what I do with the people that are a part of our community is I help them tell their story. I give them a platform to showcase who they are and their excellence. And we not only do that for the veteran, but we also do it for the family member, the dependent, and the military spouse. We also do it for military spouses that are divorced. It's not our fault that they didn't work out, but they served as well.
It's kind of your fault, right? Off script a little bit, but I was just down at Marine Corps Base Quantico this morning, and they talked about the 1,000 men and women who are transitioning so far this year. 3/4 of about 1,000 people. It's 330 people, roughly a quarter, are leaving the base. And 1/3 of them go to another assignment. 1/3 of them retire and go home, wherever home is. 1/3 of them don't have plans. They're thinking about staying, they're thinking about going, they're thinking about what an opportunity to keep them in our marketplace. And I love your message about not talking about the stigmas that are happening out there and the mental health, which happens everywhere. And everybody's got mental health issues. And everybody knows mine. I got a lot of them. But you're talking about the other side of the story, the positive, the uplifting, the training that you've had that you just got to translate into being excellent. I love that. Okay. So we've seen, Donnell, you collaborate with local business, government agencies, community groups. How do those partnerships work in your world? And how are there any recent events that you're especially proud of?
So I'm really proud that we got our first grant as of today.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, it was great. As of today.
As of today.
Huh.
Fantastic.
And it's the suicide prevention grant, the SOS grant from the state. I got the state to realize that the work that we're doing is actually suicide prevention. Instead of, and I'm gonna be careful the way I say this, right? The people need hope.
Absolutely.
People need purpose. People need a way to grow past the things that they've been through. And entrepreneurship can help you through all of that. Yeah. We have several individuals that use art as a therapy, painting pictures, spending time, behind that brush and telling stories with a paintbrush, like Leroy Brown, who's one of our members, and his wife. Both of them are veterans. The other one sells jewelry. But there's thousands of stories of these individuals just utilizing their talents and their gifts to deal with stuff that they're going through. And then for America to come in and shop with them validates their gift of art, their gift of music. We have a gentleman, his name is Charles Cannon. You put that guy behind a saxophone, oh my God, he is amazing. And so they get to tell their story and they get to be seen in a way that they've never been seen before by showcasing their art and their talent. And so those are the things that I'm proud of, is giving these people a platform to really showcase who they are, but also as a form of healing. Now, being able to partnership with the state blows my mind, because this is one of the things that I really wanted to do. I wanted people to really think about the work that we're doing in a different way. As a leader in the military, I realized that if you empower people, they will surprise you with excellence. Right. And so my job is to empower military-connected entrepreneurs in a way that they can feel like they can be excellent in whatever they do. And then it also gives them a freedom. If you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. And if somebody will pay you for your gifts and your talents, that's even better. That provides purpose, that provides passion, and then it's on its way to prosperity.
That is fantastic.
It's beyond fantastic. I am so I don't, it's kind of a weird thing, but I am so happy or proud, I don't know what I'm saying, but of the state for recognizing that is that the positive energy rather than the negative energy is the answer. Yeah. It feels like it is. In my heart, it feels like this is the right message. And surprising, and I think you were exactly right. Empower people and let them surprise you with excellence.
Here's how I know it's the answer. So in the military, we use psychological warfare. So psychological warfare, if you tell an enemy over and over and over again that they're broken and we're gonna beat you, they start to believe it, right? When I was in Korea, they had these microphones faced at North Korea, and it plays over and over and over again the same message. Well, if you believe that same message, then you start being that message. But if you believe the message of empowerment and moving forward in excellence, you will become that. When I got to the DC National Guard and I was their recruiting and retention sergeant major, I told them that we're winners. We're going to end this year, everybody's going to win. And they've never won before I got there. Guess what they won? They won. All of my recruiters made mission. Every last one of them, nobody failed for the first time in recruiting history in the DC National Guard.
Oh, that is awesome. You are a powerful guy. Look at that. Okay. Take some of that. As we look forward to 2026, you've done some incredible work thus far, but I know you've got big goals coming up. So what's on the horizon for Veterans Growing America? What are those big goals that you have set for your organization?
So one thing that we're going to take a step back for a minute, and we're going to formalize all of our processes so we can duplicate it throughout the United States. And so my goal is to actually have Veterans Growing America nationally, on an online platform, on an in-person platform, and allow America to really see the excellence of what our veterans do nationally. And so we're looking to partner with other organizations that support entrepreneurship, like local chambers like this one, and other organizations that support our veteran entrepreneurs in a way that will uplift, empower, and inspire our community in a way that really just lifts them up.
Oh, I look forward to seeing that. That's going to be.
So there are over 3,000 chambers in America. Could you imagine 3,000 Veterans Growing America in America? That would be
Absolutely, I can.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Donnell, thank you so much for joining us and for all of your incredible work in our community. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to Season 2. Be sure to follow the Prince William Chamber of Commerce on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel and listen to Spotify or Amazon Music so you don't miss the next inspiring episode. Until next time, thanks for being with us. And once again, I especially want to thank our sponsors, OmniRide and Employment Enterprises. We couldn't do it without you. So thank you for your continued support for this podcast and the dedication you have given to the Prince William business community. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's been an honor.